Welcome to Internet Capsule. Do you believe we are all connected to a higher power? Have you ever wondered if it's possible to establish a connection with that higher power, allowing it to communicate with you and even speak through you? Many people feel there is a greater force that connects all of us, which might be referred to as God, the universe, spirit, or another name that resonates personally. This higher power is often thought to guide, support, and provide wisdom in times of need. The idea that anyone can receive messages from this higher power is quite empowering. One way to practice this is through scripting. Start by meditating for about 15 minutes to clear your mind, then invite your source energy to communicate with you. After meditating, take a pen and paper and write down whatever comes to mind. A common question is how to tell the difference between messages from your spirit guides or higher power and your own thoughts. The distinction can be blurred because spirit's messages often intertwine with your thoughts. This blending occurs because spirit aims to assist and inspire us, making their messages naturally merge with our own thoughts, which can lead to confusion. Yet, this also highlights how closely connected we are to the higher power. For instance, think about moments when an idea or solution suddenly emerged while you were deeply focused. It might have felt like your own thought, but it could have been a message from spirit. As you practice tuning into these messages, recognizing the subtle differences will become easier. Messages from spirit often carry a unique quality. They may feel more insightful, loving, or wise than your everyday thoughts. They can come with a sense of clarity or peace that stands out. Sometimes these messages might be accompanied by a feeling of warmth or a gentle nudge in the right direction. Even though the lines between your thoughts and spirit's messages can be blurred, this blending is part of the beauty of your connection with the higher power. I have a few clear signs that tell me when my source energy is speaking to me. If you have experienced additional signs, please let me know in the comment section. I would love to learn from you as well. In this video, I will explain these signs in a simple way, with some examples to make them easier to understand. Here is the first sign. We follow the same routines every day without thinking much about them. We often replay past events in our minds, whether they are happy, funny, painful, or hurtful. It's like a mental loop that keeps going round and round. For example, you might find yourself thinking about a funny incident from a party, a painful argument with a friend, or a happy moment with your family. These memories keep coming back, and we relive them repeatedly. It's like listening to the same song over and over again. It becomes familiar and predictable. But when my source energy speaks to me, they give me a new thought that makes my eyes widen in surprise. It's something I've never thought of before. It's like hearing a brand new song for the first time, one that is completely different from anything you've heard before. This new thought breaks the cycle of repetitive thinking and brings a fresh perspective. For example, you might be stuck thinking about a problem and suddenly get a new idea or solution that you hadn't considered before. This new thought feels different, almost like a gentle nudge from a wise friend guiding you in a new direction. These moments stand out because they feel fresh and unexpected, breaking the monotony of our usual thought patterns. This is a clear sign that your source energy is communicating with you. The second sign is a bit similar to the first one, but instead of a new thought, it's an image or a single word that suddenly appears in your mind. These can come to you not only when you're meditating, but also during your regular activities. For instance, you might be going about your day when out of nowhere, an image of a cat on a beach appears in your mind. This might be particularly unusual if you don't own a cat, so it really stands out. When this happens, if you can, sit down and invite your source energy to explain what this image means. Ask yourself, why did this specific image come to me? Similarly, there might be a time when a word, like compassion, seems to drop into your consciousness. It wasn't something you had been thinking about, but there it is, clear as day. To understand this better, turn to your journal and start writing. As soon as you do, you may find that the message begins to flow out of you effortlessly. These images or words that pop into your mind can be messages from your higher power, guiding you to pay attention to something important or to reflect on a particular idea. They often carry significant meaning, even if it isn't immediately obvious. By taking the time to sit quietly and reflect on these sudden appearances, you can gain deeper insights and understanding from your source energy. Now, let's discuss the last sign. When you feel a deep sense of compassion and unconditional love, that's often the voice of source energy speaking through you. Acting from a place of pure love without any judgment or ego means you are channeling the divine essence within yourself. This kind of love isn't just for romantic or family relationships. It reaches out to everyone and everything around you. For example, think about a time when you helped someone in need without expecting anything in return. Maybe you offered a kind word to a stranger, assisted a friend through a tough time, or volunteered your time for a good cause. In those moments, you were motivated by pure love and compassion. That's when source energy is at work within you, guiding you to make a positive impact. This sense of love can also be seen in how you treat yourself. When you practice self-compassion and forgive yourself for mistakes, you are recognizing your own divine spark. This self-love allows you to grow and become a better version of yourself, aligning you more closely with source energy. Listening to source energy requires a willingness to surrender and trust in the divine plan. This means letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life and allowing the universe to guide you. It involves having faith that everything happens for a reason and that even challenges and obstacles are opportunities for growth and learning. When you embrace this mindset, you create space for source energy to flow more freely through you, leading you towards your highest potential. In moments of doubt or confusion, it can be helpful to seek confirmation from external sources, such as spiritual mentors, but it should not replace your inner guidance. Ultimately, the most reliable way to discern the voice of source energy is to cultivate a deep, trusting relationship with your inner self, and to remain open and receptive to the subtle whispers of the divine. If you're still with me, please leave a comment saying, "I am guided by pure love and compassion," recognizing the divine spark in all beings. I appreciate doing so. I hope you enjoyed watching my video. Hit like, share, and subscribe, and stay blessed.